Unbelievable, my wonderful people. Not be smarty Obasanjo they do so. Obasanjo don't tear shirt too. He dey wonder what he do abi. Now not be small while I don't pack for our brother head now. Yes, not be small problem I don't give Atiku. Fresh trouble for Atiku. Wait you talking? If you talk at two people, one go die you. Not be smart, you know. You know, say they are two served before. Where Olusegun Obasanjo, that time na president. Then Atiku na vice president, but Atiku was not quite content. He won't day the #1 position. And since then, Atiku don't try to be president now, now five, I've been at 6 times. You know, I don't want to really mix the figures. It's between one of both numbers of times he has tried to be Nigerian's president. Why they were serving together? The US sent the president information with regards to activities, the things where guys they do for town. I be Atiku. Say where money laundry or other things they grant no. But you know if you arrest and that I become a vice president. Remember Atiku come from the north, for no cut on the matter, for turn wait the cut turn and the other will not really see light of day. That be smart, you know. Then Atiku now say he won't be president. Now Basa just slam the guy. May we hear the matter. Fresh trouble for Alhaji Atiku Abubakar as Obasanjo slammed PDP delegates, called them betrayers. Fresh information has emerged that there might be a problem brewing in the camp of the People Democratic Party. Late Nigeria gathered that the former president of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, was reported to have slammed some members of the People Democratic delegates sent to seek his blessing ahead of the election. Party source who confirmed to the nation said the new development was posed as a setback for the People Democratic Party presidential candidate Alhaji Atiku Abubakar in the Southwest, where his chances of winning were already slim. According to the source, the former president at the recent meeting with the PDP delegations at the Abeokuta residence targeted two of Atiku's allies and called them betrayers. Let Nigeria understand that Obasanjo was reported to have accused one of the delegates' members of betraying the collective decision of the southern governors that the presidency should rotate to the south in 2023, while the other was accused of betraying his party over sharing of position way back in 2011. The source who were privy to the conversation that transpired between the former president and the People Democratic Party delegations who went to seek his blessing ahead of 2023 general election told the nation that the two members being attacked held top leadership position in Atiku and his team working. Members of the delegation sent by the party to Olusegun Obasanjo were informed governors Lola and Saliu Lamido, as well as Atiku's running mate, Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, and the Sokoto State Governor Aminu Tebowa. The source revealed that Baba was categorically in disappointment with one of the men over his support for Atiku. While he recognized the person's right to freedom of choice, he expressed surprise that a prominent southern politician who opposed the clamor for power to shift to the south after 8 years of the northern presidency is the very first person to jump at it. Guess what? Now, Kowa they talk to. They offer a vice presidential position, now betraying on. May we continue? Obasanjo also recalled how the other person similarly betrayed the leadership of the PDP to pitch his tent with the opposition at Abowa Bidat, emergence of the party anointed candidate at that point in time, so he can be Speaker of the House, now the governor of Sokoto State. He kept wondering if the person could be trusted to keep promises and show patriotism. So my wonderful people, not be smart, Obasanjo it don't tear shirt, it don't end people career. Now so they send people go meet and say, well, say go get candidates, but what you need to do, not be smart, matters change. Things don't change. Obasanjo say, well, Atiku, how many times I call you so? Now so Atiku very well is informed that the southern governors, their very first meeting that caused a lot of panic was in Delta State, where the vice presidential candidate, the governor of Delta State, they all had the meeting, and the discussion was that power will shift to the south after the reign, okay, of Buhari, who will not be there 8 years after, by 2023. And so the power must shift. They all agreed. Yeah, it was a consensus agreement. The whole southern governors came together and said, yes, this is our position. In fact, it caused a lot of stir. It was a serious one. The meeting was, there was no party. Nobody was saying party. If you want to even look at that now, the only person who is speaking about party, APC, PDP, everybody was on the same page on this ground. Every single person was on the same page. So these are some of the things that have happened. And at the end of the day, they offered one. They offered him a vice presidential position. And before you could say Jack Robinson, things fell apart. Things fell apart. He dumped his own and followed, because you know what it means to be vice president? Now, anybody who does not have a we mentality and is a leader is not fit to be a leader. No. A leader carries people along. A leader have a team and does not work alone. A leader ensures that everyone in the team is looked after. Okay? They decided, the southern governors came together and they say, southern governors meeting, after Buhari, the north must not hold power. We must not be relinquished to the background. We must have blah, 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 blah. The agreement was fierce. The discussion continued. Everybody agreed. Little did we know that they would just dangle bone in front of some, and before you know it, as the character of the bingo, it went. And so Olusegun Obasanjo just said, guys, I don't know what you're doing here. I don't understand it, because I can't see truth being dispensed among you guys. There are more betrayers than real people. What I can see, I don't see real men here. I don't see real men here. I rather see other things happening. Okay, I see people trying to navigate and get things for themselves. I don't see real people who are standing for anything called truth. Okay, I don't see anybody here standing for honesty, opportunity for the nation to move forward. I don't see it. And so he said, guys, and guess what? This is a major, major blow to the Alhaji Atiku Abubakar's, move. Because this election, I can tell you sincerely, things are going to get from bad to worse. I can assure you for free. Things are going to get from bad to worse for some people. And that's why Nigerians, we must make it shine for others. We make it shine for others who we want, because we don't want the same thing over and over again, do we? I believe the answer is no. We don't want the same thing. For those who do not seek, a position for us to become a nation where we could truthfully, move on and have a nation that we can be proud of, there's no point. Say there's no point to your neighbor. Yes, there's no point. So let's for once be honest and sincere and show that things can become better. Bye for now.